we are live from LA. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp.
Let's stop banging on the desk.
He's already at it.
Hi, Jenny. How
Hi.
are you?
You proud of yourself?
Good.
You let the cat out the bag last night, didn't you? Everything that changed everything, Skip Bayless.
How about Kyrie last night? You believe in him? And
That's what you're watching?
How about, did you see James Harden? How about those Suns?
No.
And how about them Dallas Cowboys? Did you see that?
Nope.
Whoa.
Who in first place in the West?
Huh.
Who in first place in the West, Skip?
In the West?
Yeah, you know.
Who cares
West.
about the West?
You don't care about the West? Oh, you don't care about the West now.
I don't know what we're talking about. I thought it was all about the NFC East.
Don't mess with
My
the West.
team is 5-3.
Hold on.
1 year ago today, they were 3-5.
Hold on.
And they still managed to win the division in a playoff game. I don't know
And you're
how.
still not going to win the division. We'll talk about that a little later.
Really? Who's in first place at the halfway pole?
Temporary.
Temporary?
Hold on.
Temporary's in first place.
Is it warm for now?
Temporary, yeah.
Okay,
You gotta
we
cross
have
the
a lot
finish line
to
in
get
first.
to today, guys. Is Aaron Rodgers making excuses for their loss in LA? And how concerned should the Patriots be following their first loss of the season? But we are going to start with Skip's Cowboys. After throwing an interception on his first pass of the game, Dak Prescott was able to turn things around and lead the Cowboys to a 37-18 win over the Giants. Dallas took a 1-point lead into halftime thanks to one of 3 Daniel Jones turnovers that gave the Cowboys a field goal to end the half. The second half would be owned by the Cowboys, who outscored New York 24-6. Ezekiel Elliott had 139 yards on the ground, averaging 6 yards a carry, and Dak ended the game with 3 TDs, just over 250 yards. So, Shannon, how impressed were you with the Cowboys win?
I wasn't impressed. They let a bad team hang around a lot longer than what they should have. The Giants are a bad team. They won 2 games. They beat Washington and they've beaten Tampa. And the 2 teams that they've beaten have won a combined total of 3 games. So this is a bad football team. And the Cowboys let them hang around a lot longer than they should have. Daniel Jones, Skip, is turning into a turnover machine right before our eyes. In 2 fewer starts than Jameis Winston. He's tied Jameis for the lead in turnovers. And everybody knows what a turnover machine Jameis Winston is. Daniel Jones leads the league in fumbles lost with 16 total turnovers. My thing, what I don't get, okay, you got a rookie quarterback. Okay, Dallas has just scored a touchdown and it's 10-12. Okay, as bad as Dallas has played, you got an opportunity to go into the half with a lead. Feel good about, we played pretty good. We got the lead at the half.
It was hurting you, wasn't it, last night?
But can I finish my thought?
Yep. I can see the pain in your face.
And you let a rookie that is turnover prone throw 3 straight times, and the last one it gets picked off, and they end up kicking a field goal late in the half, and they go in 13-12. Why would you do that? I can see you run the ball with Saquon, he maybe cracks one, or you throw a screen. Okay, we get some momentum. But, Skip, there was too much time to go. If it was 10 seconds in the game, okay, maybe. But with that amount of time and you get the return that he got, to kick a field goal, and now you go in as well as you played and as poorly as Dallas played, you go in down 13-12. That's unacceptable. This is a bad football team, and you wanted to, they was, look at my big, bad Cowboys. What did he beat?
No.
What did he beat? I mean, and I told you how it was going to happen. I say Zeke's going to have a monster. 18 of Zeke's 23 carries went for at least 4 yards. 16 of his 23 went for at least 5 yards.
Wow.
So every time he touched the ball, it was like the Red Sea was partying.
Yep.
And you want me to get all excited? Dak, I thought after the first horrible. I mean, how you throw an interception and hit the man in the bread basket? I'm trying to figure out, I've never seen a quarterback at the line, a guy intercept the ball, they caught it in his bread basket. That's how low you threw the ball. I mean, must be thought Mini-Me was out there running, rest your soul, out there running routes.
Yep.
Look, after the Cowboys got their act together, they steamrolled this team like they should have in the very beginning. And this is what concerns me about the Cowboys, is that really good teams, when you play a team you should thump, you don't let them hang around. You don't wait 2.5, 3 quarters to finally say, you know what, okay, we're done playing. You do that from the jump. And therein lies the problem that you guys are going to have, and why I'm standing by. And as a matter of fact, I'm doubling down. I want 2 more cases.
Really?
Y'all not winning the division.
Well, how many do we have?
We got 5 cases. Y'all don't win the division. I want
7?
another
I'll
2.
take 7.
I want another 2.
Okay, thank you. You didn't say division. You said make the playoffs.
Well,
that was your bet.
I got division and I got playoffs.
Well,
and
which is it? Because they are not.
Both.
Yeah.
BOAF. Both.
Seriously?
All right.
Yeah.
So, the only one I care about is not make the playoffs.
Oh,
that was your off-season bet.
So you don't want the division, huh? So
I care about the division, but the first bet you made was they will not make the playoffs. Because obviously you can make it. There's this thing called the wild card, so it came to that.
The wild card ain't coming out the East.
Okay.
Because the West is too strong.
Okay.
So that's not happening.
Well, we'll see.
But anyway,
long way to go.
It ain't a long way to go. It is a short time to get there. Y'all got trouble on your hands. Yeah. Minnesota, Detroit, New England. I can see over.
Minnesota coming down.
Old cold cousins.
I'll tell you what, I'll take 2 more cases on Ofer right now.
No.
How about it?
Nope.
2 on Ofer.
Let the week progress, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. So, I will admit to you that watching that game last night wore my butt out. I was wiped out when it was over because you were right. They let that team hang around way too long for my liking. And yet, after I slept on it briefly, when I woke up this morning, I began to think about all the good things that happened last night, and there were definitely more good things than bad things that happened to my Dallas Cowboys. But I will give you this. Last night, my explosive offense, and you saw flashes of explosion last night, as you always do, but my explosive offense looked like it had been off for 2 months instead of 2 weeks. And it opened horrendously with the first 4 possessions, as you said, mind-boggling interception, field goal, missed field goal, Randall Cobb fumble after he caught a pass on 3rd and long for a first down. So that's not the way to start a football game, and I'm back to my head coach. I've seen my team start fast only 1 time in 8 games this year, and it just happened to be on the week when Philadelphia was visiting, and Philadelphia's coach guaranteed a victory at Jerry World on a fateful Sunday night.
He walked it back, so it didn't count.
Well, but my team took it to heart, and my team took it right to Philadelphia, right out of the blocks. And that was a tour de force of everything my team can be on the positive side, because that's about as well as you can play a football game. And last night, they started the opposite. They started so slowly because you cannot trust Coach Clapp, as in Jason Garrett, to get a team ready for a dangerous road game against a division rival in a stadium in which they had all time stunk it up back on October 13th against the New York Jets. Remember that?
Yes.
That's as an embarrassing a loss as any team has suffered this whole football season.
The most.
Right? It was the most. And they were in danger of doing that last night. And again, I will give you this. I'm going to get to it in just a moment. But it started off as wrong as you can start. On the very first play of the game, my quarterback threw a mind-boggling interception that knocked me out of my chair on the floor. Like, what are you doing? Antoine Bethea looked like he was going to blitz, and again, he's 35 years of age. He's been around a long time. He's got some savvy and some sneaky too.
Yeah, he looked like he'd been around a long time on that long touchdown run by Barwin.
Okay.
Darwin, excuse me.
Yeah, I got it. You mean Shannon Jarwin?
Whatever.
Shannon Jarwin. He always does great things up in that stadium.
He does. 3 touchdowns last year.
Well, was it? But again, my quarterback thought on the opening play that Antoine Bethea was going to blitz, I guess, because he stepped up and almost into the line of scrimmage. And at the last second, he jumped back right into the throwing lane, and the rest was almost history because my team looked like it was in trouble. And my team really looked like it was in trouble, down 9-3. And here comes the Giants driving, and Daniel Jones had just hit a 15-yard pass to set up shop in the red zone. And what happens? The black cat happened.
Oh.
Here came, as you said, the cat was out of the bag. But usually that means that in that stadium, that my team is doomed, because it looked like New York was on its way to leading 16-3 at that point, because it looked like they were going in for a touchdown.
Well, no. You or Jerry or Stephen Jones had something to do with that.
I had
kind of like the Chicago goat. Right. So now the Giants got the black cat.
Well, now, how about the Cubs had the black cat in 1969? Remember that?
Yes.
September 9th, 1969?
Look at this.
That's the one last night, but
Have we seen anything like this?
I'm trying to figure out how cats get to the stadium.
Oh, there's the one in 69,
Yes.
and that doomed the Cubs, who were leading the National League at that point, and it made way for the amazing Mets of Tom Seaver to win the World Series.
Nolan Ryan was also on that squad.
What was he? And I thought this was going to happen to my team. I thought that was the end of my team, because that cat last night, it was a mean-looking alley cat of a black cat, wasn't it? Nobody wanted to mess with that cat.
I've covered games here before, though, guys. There are cats.
You know what? Every old stadium has all kinds of
That's a
animals.
new stadium.
Huh?
No, I've
new
seen
stadium.
cats there
Well, it's
before.
fairly new.
Yeah.
The old ones have them everywhere,
Right.
like Fenway and all of
they
that.
keep away
No,
all
I got it.
rodents.
But again,
All the free food around.
nobody wanted to mess with that, and I thought I didn't want to mess with it. But the irony was, my team actually rose above that, because from that point on, my team won that game 34-9.
Yes.
Now to the biggest positive takeaway last night that you did not mention. My defense rose up last night. Wait a minute. It's my turn. My defense rose up and showed you just how far it could carry this team deep into the playoffs, because I saw a hellacious pass rush last night led by D-Law laying down the law. Did he not?
Oh, so now you back on D-Law, huh?
Oh, am I?
Oh, he's D-Law.
Well, did he not
He's
show
DeMarcus.
up?
He's DeMarcus now.
D-Monster.
Oh, okay.
He's DeMonster
Okay.
Lawrence,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
DeMonster, was he not just tearing people up, especially in the first quarter of that game? And how about the newcomer, Michael Bennett? Did
And
he not
Harvey
have
Martin's old number.
who's that?
Harvey Martin's
oh, I
old
know,
number.
79. Ooh, wow.